Take me home tonight. Listen, honey, just like Ronnie said. Just like Ronnie said.
All right. Hello. Welcome back to another episode of the Unofficial Official Podcast, episode number 31. Welcome back. As always, I am Mike here with Segi and Tyler. What's going on, guys?
What's
What's
going on,
up?
playa?
Hello to our listeners out there, wherever you may be, listening. We appreciate you.
That's right. We do. Another week here, another episode. What's going on?
Just continuing to keep on keeping on with working on new stuff and stuff for Asia. The group, announced something very fun this week. We announced the rest of the year's tour dates, aka the fall
Tour. I think we have 90 shows between
No. Oh, I was like,
between
okay.
summer and fall. And then if you add in the handful of Asia, it's like almost 100 shows from halfway through the year to the end of the year. It's great. It's going to be basically like a full sprint starting in 2 weeks till the rest of the year. Because like when we get home from Asia, we'll have 2 weeks, and then July 1st we're in Nashville rehearsing for summer tour. And then we get home from summer tour, I don't even know, like August something, August 10th.
Got a little
Something
chunk
like that.
there.
We have those shows on the West Coast at the Greek and in Vegas.
Oh yeah.
Breaks up that chunk. And then our first fall tour shows October 17th. So yeah, it's going to be a quick sprint to the end, which would be cool. But there's a lot of cities here that I don't think we've ever been to on this fall tour. Just looking at, we open in a new place, Findlay, Ohio. It's a place, allegedly.
I
Then
looked
we
it up
fi-
on the map just recently.
Where is
Yeah,
it?
I drove through it on the way down to
Oh yeah, because you
Florida.
make that drive a lot.
I'll
Oh
actually be
no.
driving. I'll be driving through it again Saturday when I drive down to Cincy.
Oh, that's this weekend. Cool.
Yeah, and then I don't know how the buses are gonna make it to Greece. Like from Findlay to Athens
Hmm.
seems. How do you think we'll do that?
Probably fly.
Fly?
Yeah.
Somebody will figure it out for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Williamsport. That's a new stop, right?
Or drive really
Pennsylvania.
fast. Yeah, Williamsport. I think we've played almost every city in Pennsylvania, haven't we?
After this, we
Why do
have
we
to.
know Williamsport? Is that
Because it's the
Something
port
is there.
of Williams.
no? Something is there. It's like the base.
Yeah, port.
No,
Is there a military base there?
Williamsport is where the Little League baseball. There's like something with Little League baseball.
Oh, okay.
The World Series or the Hall of Fame?
Williamsport
know.
is where the Little League World Series is, I think. I'm
Is
not
it?
sure.
I'll believe
Screaming
anything you
at
say
their
at this point.
I'll
Yeah.
look it up.
Then we go to Charleston, West Virginia, not the good one in South Carolina. No offense.
West Virginia.
Then Huntsville, Alabama. I think we've been there before.
We were there
Meridian.
last year. Yeah, we were there the last year.
Have we been to Meridian, Mississippi before?
Oh, we've been to Biloxi.
We have been to Biloxi. Then Sandy Springs, Georgia. Never heard of it. It's a place apparently with people. Is that like a suburb of Atlanta, maybe? I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Little League World Series. Yes, that's what it is.
There you go.
Nice.
That's what- I
Boom.
was like, why do I
From
know
our
that?
senior betting correspondent.
No, I just looked it up.
Sandy
Wait, that name
Springs
sounds really
is
familiar.
is by Atlanta. It's north of Atlanta. So I don't know how far, but it's pretty close to Atlanta.
And then early Nashville on this run, October 28th.
Yeah, I'm not super happy about that.
Yeah, it's
If
going to
I'm
be interesting.
honest. And
Um,
I think it's on a Tuesday as well, which is not the best night of the week.
Yeah.
Nothing against
Weird.
Tuesdays, but
No, you got to play the date when you got the when
Yeah.
you got the avails and the routing.
why
Oh,
don't you go ahead and try that again?
yeah, you got to play the date when it's available.
Then Evans, Georgia. That's a new one. That's
Yeah.
a new one for us.
never been down to Evans, Georgia. Don't know
Have we
where that
played
is.
Greenville, Tennessee? Where's Greenville, Tennessee?
I think we have.
I don't know. If I had to guess, I would say it was East Tennessee, but I don't know.
And then
West is like
Fayetteville. I know we had a
Memphis.
day off there once. Have we done a show there?
Yes.
Fayetteville, Arkansas.
Yeah.
Really long time. I think you and I were both single, and it's where the University of Arkansas is, and we were
Yeah, but I
very
think we
happy.
were just there for a day off.
Whatever the case was, we were, as two young single guys, we were very happy with that town.
Then we go all the way up to Des Moines. That's going to be a hike.
I've heard of that place.
Look up the mileage of that. Fayetteville to Des Moines. That's long. That's got to be far. And then back to Minneapolis at the Pantages. First time we played at Minneapolis proper in a while because we've
Oh,
been out at Prior Lake.
it's not that bad. It's actually just directly north. It's only 429 miles.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Don't
And
sa-
then
Same time zone.
I'm super effing excited for this next one,
Oh, I see what you did.
Minneapolis.
Nice.
And then
We
after
haven't-
What excited? Super effing excited.
effing, because we're going to Effingham, Illinois.
Ah,
One thing about Des Moines and Minneapolis is both cities we haven't played in a really long time, so it's nice to be back there. Especially for me because my family's from Des Moines, but we haven't played the Civic Center in a long time, and it's a nice room. And Minneapolis, it's been a minute too. We've always played the casino over
Prior
there,
Lake.
Prior Lake, so it's nice to play the Minneapolis proper. Go Twins.
mhm.
Okay, and then we start heading back down south. And we talked about this via text, but we're going to be in Austin on a Tuesday, and we're going to be there on a day off on a Monday the day before. And Monday nights is when Kill Tony films at the Comedy Mothership down there in Austin. And I reached out to a buddy who's got an inn over there. So I'm going to try to figure out how to get us
Yeah,
in the room
I
there
would
and
Ooh,
love
hook-
to go
see the
Kill
show.
Tony. That
Hook
would
up,
be awesome.
hook up, guy.
If anyone listening or watching has never heard of Kill Tony, it's a podcast. It's a comedy podcast hosted by Tony Hinchcliffe. And the premise of the podcast is people sign up to do 1 minute of stand up on the show. And usually the show will have a panel of Tony, his co producer, Brian Redband, and then various comedians from all over the world, like famous comedians all over the world. And the people that are signing up have like crazy range in terms of literally have never tried stand up once to have been doing it for years. And they do 1 minute of stand up. And then after the minute, they get interviewed by Tony. And it generally turns into Tony and the panel and the audience just making fun of this person because most people are very bad and
Yeah.
it's hilarious.
I was gonna
Um,
say, isn't it comparable to the bad American Idol auditions if the judges could be a little bit more harsh?
Yes. Yeah.
Or let's just go at them pretty hard because they were very good.
Yeah. So if you're not into like offensive comedy, I would not suggest you listen or
Yeah.
watch Kill Tony. But if you consider yourself having a good sense of humor and are okay with some of the more aggressive types of humor, it's hilarious. And a lot of people go on there and do very well. They become regulars
Yeah.
of the show and they become
Mhm.
like famous touring comedians from the show.
By the way, sorry, going back to Greenville, Tennessee, northeast of Knoxville. So in between Knoxville and Johnson City.
Oh yeah, I totally know where both of those places are.
East Tennessee.
Then Tyler, we're hitting 2 Tyler spots in like less than
I
10
know.
days.
Tyler's very happy.
Tulsa. Where are we at in Tulsa? Are we in that nice new room again?
Yeah, the PAC downtown. It's a second time playing there, and it is a wonderful PAC. Everybody that came last time had an awesome time. And the director there, his name is Mark Fry. He's an awesome dude. He loves us, and so he's very happy to have us back. So yeah, it's cool to be back at that room.
Yeah, we are very grateful that it is a nice PAC and not a POS. So
Hey!
then we start heading out to the plains, hitting Nebraska, and then we get into Colorado and a couple of random things here. So back to Albuquerque. It's been a long time.
Hmm.
I wonder if we're playing the Kiva again. Probably, I would assume so.
When was the
Gosh,
last time we were there?
Kiva.
I don't know if I remember that.
Oh,
Place
dude,
is green. That's all I remember. It's
Green?
like a
It's very
green and like a
industrial
purple.
backstage.
Yeah,
Industrial. Okay.
It's one
Yeah.
hallway off of stage right.
The Kiva.
I know it if I see it.
Yes, we've been there
Okay.
several times. It's just been
Okay.
a long time because the last time we were there, we sold like 20%, and it was a huge failure. So let's not do that this time.
No.
Let's
Turkey.
do better than 20%.
Let's do better than 99%.
Okay. Good goal.
And then Mesa, Arizona
Love
on
Mesa.
November 18th. Not
We've
on
done
New
a
Year's.
couple New Year's there. It's been good. It's a good spot.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting because we usually don't do Mesa till very late, but now we're doing it early. And then we go through California again, Palm Desert, hilarious. Some place called Brooks, California. That's
Yeah,
a place.
where's that?
I have no idea.
All right, I'll look it up.
It's right next to Brothers.
Ha
There you
That's where Brooks from Shawshank Redemption's from.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Also
Yeah.
Brooks Koepka. That's
Yep,
where he's
they're all from there.
Yep.
Yep. And
Every
they also have
single one of
many streams and rivers and
Yes.
brooks.
Yeah.
So Brooke Shields.
Yes.
Oh yeah, she's definitely from there too.
Brooks Fields. And then let's see what else we got after that. Salem, Oregon, Seattle, and then we break for Thanksgiving, start back up at DeVos and Grand Rapids.
Seattle last year is where
Oh, I bet it's at a casino, Brooks.
we had the mouse on the bus.
The other
Right.
bus.
Oh,
they're-
that's
because they are
right. Mr. Mouse.
Where the mouse hits the ride and then his
So-
life ended soon after that.
It sure did. It had a nice
Yeah.
ride though, and it had a nice
did.
time eating all the food in the bus.
He was crushing it.
So gross. I'm so glad it was their bus and not ours because I would have lost a lot of money by flying to all the shows.
Brooks, California is outside of Sacramento, and I would almost put a lot of money, coincidentally, that it's at a casino.
That's cool. I like to see
Last time we were in Sacramento at what's the name of the place?
Caliente, that one.
No, it's the theater downtown.
It was likely a municipal.
No. It was an old movie theater that they
Auditorium.
remember. There's no bathrooms downstairs. It was an old movie
Oh,
theater.
we haven't been to that one in a long time.
Yeah. What was
Crest.
it? The Crest.
Yeah.
How do you remember that?
I remember it
Steinberg.
because we saw people doing heroin outside of the theater door in the alley.
Steinberg show.
That's
Yeah.
also where Corby used to introduce the cities, and he got the wrong one, right?
Yeah, he said Fresno there.
Good evening, Fresno, Sacramento. Boo! He got booed. It was awesome.
But at least he wasn't on stage. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
No,
right.
he just dug a huge hole
Nobody
for
gets.
us.
He just
to
dug
dug
for
it.
us. Yeah. Hey guys, sorry.
Please
All right.
welcome to the stage 9
Go
guys
for it.
that hate every single one of
Who
you in the
was it?
room.
Which one of you said it?
All right. Sorry about that. Here they are. 2, 3, 4.
Into the off mic.
Ugh.
Then we have Thanksgiving break. We'll be thanks for giving us a break
We'll
for
be
there.
giving thanks.
Start back up in Grand Rapids, Appleton, Columbus, Rochester, New York. It's been a minute since we've been up there.
Mm.
Then Boston, Uncasville, Easton,
Love
2
Boston.
shows. Pittsburgh. Is Easton our only 2-show day? until-
Bill is Mohegan Sun. Is that right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Mohegan Sun. That's always a highlight of the tour. I feel like.
Yeah, it's when we get to pretend that we're like a big deal. It's an arena. Pittsburgh, Cincy, Bloomington, Detroit, finally back in Detroit, Evansville, Indy. And then back in Florida to close it out. It's
New
going to be fun.
Year's in West Palm Beach again.
New
Yes,
Year's in West Palm
sir.
Beach again. It was great. I think they said like in the last week and a half leading up to the show, they sold like
Mhm.
85% of the tickets, which
Yeah,
is
it's crazy.
A lot of late people buying the tickets.
Also, another opportunity if we wanted to have all of the families down again,
yeah,
end of
Totally.
the year kind of thing. If we
I
wanted
thought that
to.
worked out. That worked out pretty well last
Yeah.
No,
time.
that was fun. I will.
Absolutely.
I haven't said it on the podcast yet, but that I will have a fresh new baby, so we'll see if that works out or not.
You don't have to. You don't have to be there. We'll
Yeah.
be all right without you. Just send the baby.
Yeah. Just,
Have all the babysitters right there.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
But you did announce that on the socials.
On the socials, yep, we are expecting baby number 2, most likely the end of August, early September. Yeah, we're excited. We had an appointment yesterday. Everything's a-okay. Looking good. Baby boy.
come on.
Boom, baby
Love
boy.
it.
We should
Let-
have odds on
Little Tyler Jr.
who's more likely to miss that Greek theater show, Tyler or Frankie Valley.
Sargon Michael. Michael Sargon Trep.
Good news, Tyler can go. Bad news, Frankie Valley will not be there. He'll be there in spirit.
Then if you
Yeah,
could
I
be there, you could
mean,
do his parts.
Oh, okay. So just stand there and let the track play.
Okay.
All right, sorry. Make me take
what
that out.
is what's happening with that? He's obviously alive, but like he's not
Doesn't look like
singing.
it sometimes.
He's not singing because there was that
Yeah,
whole
but dude,
thing, what,
so
like
many
6 months
artists.
ago that online there was a video of him and it looked like he was dead. I mean, he's not, but it
Like on
looked like he
stage?
was just, yeah, he was just walking around, whatever. One of the people around him, like, all right, man, maybe it's time we stop. Like,
Maybe they've tried, and he's just, I love this
yeah,
so much that I know the second I stop,
Yeah.
mhm,
it'll be it for me. Or maybe he owes somebody some cash and he's working
yeah,
his way through
maybe
it.
he
I don't
has been
know.
around for a long
He's
time.
working his way back to you, babe. See what I did?
Yeah.
He might have built up a lot of gambling debts.
He might have. He
He
might have.
might, I
I
don't
could see him
know,
having ties to the mob,
maybe, who
being out
knows?
there on the East Coast
Or
back in the day,
maybe he
like Sinatra.
just, yeah, I don't know.
Maybe he
Maybe.
loves catering.
Maybe.
Maybe he doesn't want to make his own food. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
probably what it is.
Maybe he just likes the road. Yeah.
Yeah. Probably got not much else to do. This is probably fun for him. I would
I mean,
think.
Maybe he has no
Jerome isn't
friends.
far off from his age, so
Yeah, he's getting there.
we're gonna be fielding emails from Rich that are like, "Hey, man, you guys keep wheeling Jerome out here."
No.
We wheel him out just for the splits, and then he goes back.
Yeah,
But
holiday
if he's
road
in a
tour.
wheelchair, it's just with his arms, not his
Right.
legs.
Yes.
Hit us up about the holiday road tour, some songs you want to hear. Obviously, we're going to work on some new holiday music. We always do every year. And tell us what you think of the name Holiday Road. I think Jasper came up with the name again.
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 Yeah, didn't he do last year's? What was
No.
last year?
No, not slaying it.
Mm,
It was
pushing it a
top shelf.
Wasn't that Jasper or Steve?
Oh, maybe. I think it was one that a lot of us had just like we knew we were going to use it at some point. Maybe it was Jasper. I don't remember actually.
It's not about who gets the credit. Okay.
Oh, like all of the credit and none of the blame.
All of the credit, none of the
Oh,
blame.
I will gonna say the most important thing about us announcing these dates is that there are some that haven't been announced yet. So if you don't see your city on there, just be patient. There will be more added as the year progresses, and so just be on the lookout.
Here's how it works, folks. We've got 30 shows this summer all over the country. Now, many venues have proximity rules, right? So they're going to say, hey, we have this show in July and we'd like to sell tickets for it. You are not allowed to announce any shows within X amount of miles of this show until after you play this show because they don't want the fall tour show to deter anyone from buying tickets to the summer show. So I get it. I understand. And that's a risk we take too, because we're like, all right, we're hitting this market basically twice a year. Hopefully people are cool seeing us twice. And that's why we've made the summer like a very different vibe and a very different show so that people are like more excited about seeing us twice versus, oh man, I guess I'll just see them once this year because it'll probably be similar and this and that. So that's why the summers are like a branded type deal where it's like we're doing 90s and it's going to be fun. It's going to be a party, a very different vibe from the fall. The fall is pretty buttoned up and classy. It's going to be a classy Christmas. That should be next year's tour.
Oh, nice.
That should be next year's. That's a
Back,
reference to The
yeah.
Office.
Coincidentally, Mike has proximity rules for the front lounge.
He does. He does. If Jasper's up there, Mike cannot also be up there.
Oh wow. We're just laying into it.
Mike, congratulations on your Indiana Pacers.
Rules is rules. Oh yeah, thanks. Yeah, it's been nice
They-
watching them. It's a lot of fun to watch them right now. They're getting rest right now while the other series finishes up.
I am
so
very shocked the Celtics won
it's
last
pretty
night
good.
without
It's good.
Tatum.
It's good. They yeah, since the beginning of the year, they've had a really good record, but they got off to a little bit of a slow start. But since the first of the year, they've been crushing. So it's exciting to watch them. That's for sure. we'll see what they can do in the next round.
Yeah, I think I think they're ultimately going to play the Knicks,
Yeah.
and I think they're going to struggle a little bit because their playing styles are very different.
Mhm.
Indiana's like a lot of finesse and speed, and the Knicks are like they play like the Pistons, very physical bully ball, and you'll have to deal with Brunson, who is flopper foul merchant. He's sick though, dude. Just does not miss
I mean,
shots.
Indiana's been really physical in this whole over the last couple of series, even so much last series against the Cavs. The coach said something about it, and I think it was a way to get the refs to look at it because they're being aggressive with their hands and stuff, and they're moving people. And but that's what you have to do in the playoffs to win. We'll see.
This is probably the only podcast that went from announcing fall tour dates to talking about NBA playoffs.
Maybe,
Yeah, that's
maybe
fine.
not.
But
You never know.
that's why we're unique.
We wouldn't if one of our teams wasn't in it.
True. Thunder
True.
also playing well.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Tyler's a huge fan.
I'm a huge fan. I stay up late for all the games.
Big
Okay,
game tonight.
Yeah, there's
I want you to watch in the first quarter when you're just skipping through channels and you.
I've watched a little bit.
Okay, the crowd in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, I know, I've
looks
seen it. I've seen
Computer
it.
generated. It
Yeah.
looks like AI. Like it
'Cause
looks
they all-
fake.
They're all wearing the same shirts in the sections.
Yes, but they're all just seated perfectly. No one's really moving. It just looks fake. It looks so fake. It's hilarious.
They're very nice, mild-mannered people.
Yeah. So, what is that series at? 3-2.
3-2, yeah. So
Mhm.
hopefully this podcast comes out, we'll be playing in the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah,
Not
it's
that
going to be interesting. Like if the finals ends up being Pacers and Timberwolves, they're going to air it on like Tubi. Like who's going to watch that?
I don't know.
It's two very small markets.
Yeah, they certainly want the Knicks in there, probably.
Oh, 100%. That's the only like big market left, right?
Yeah.
Because OKC is not big. Denver's okay, but it's still not New York or Boston.
I think it'll
So,
still get ratings. Obviously, not as much as if
yeah,
it was New York.
it's
LA.
funny because everyone is always like parity. We
Or LA,
want parity. We want new teams in the finals. But then when you get those like smaller market teams in the finals, nobody watches. So it's
Yeah.
do you actually want that, or you just want to see Lakers and Celtics every time?
It's like
Um,
March. It's like March Madness. Everybody wants to see the Cinderella win that first weekend, and then once it gets down to it, it's okay. Let's have the big teams win.
I don't know. I think March Madness is like the only exception to that.
Okay.
It's
In-
like
But like
because
you're saying, like in the finals, you want to see Duke versus Florida rather than College of Charleston and George
yeah,
Mason.
but you want to see College of Charleston beat Duke.
Yeah, you do.
Everybody but Duke fans would. But I think that goes for any big school versus a small school.
Shout out Adam Lammers, big Duke fan.
Sneed too. Sneed is.
Is he
Duke
really?
fan. Yeah. It's unfortunate.
Is he your contact for the Austin thing?
No.
Okay. Is it Tony
No.
Hinchcliffe?
Yes, it's Tony Hinchcliffe.
Nice. Shout out
No.
Tony.
It's
Shout out Tony
it's
Hinchcliffe.
someone. It's
Shouldn't
someone
be
you
that hard
guys
to get
know.
tickets then, huh?
What's that? It's very hard to get
Shouldn't be
tickets.
that hard to get tickets. I'm saying it's.
Oh, Tony.
Yeah.
It is someone you guys both know. It is someone you guys have both employed. It is someone who you guys have lived on a tour bus with. It is someone
Oh,
you
Blake
both. No,
Balake?
no. Like close proximity in a certain way.
Oh, I see. Oh, we've employed
Come on.
Corby?
No. Think along the lines of Blake.
I know what line I'm trying to think, but
So
I
then
can't.
why'd you go Corby?
I don't know.
Come on.
I can't think of another.
Anybody home over there? Turn the lights on.
Another lighting person, but I don't know who other.
Dan
Dan Schultz.
Schultz.
Yeah, I texted him as soon as I saw the schedule, and I was like, "Please, dude," and he was like, "I got you." So
How
I'm
did-
like, yes,
Who does he know?
I let me read his text, but he knows somebody that's
Oh, okay. Then it,
plugged in over there. Let's see.
it's riveting content.
Oh,
right now.
it's his buddy that manages the Kill Tony live tour.
Oh, cool.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so it's like a pretty decent
Yeah,
in.
that is a good in. Yeah. I didn't think it was him because I assumed it was someone who was in Austin. I was like,
Yeah,
who do we know that's in Austin? That doesn't.
nobody.
Yeah.
Janicki.
Yeah, that's it.
Is he still down there?
I think so.
I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't really talked to him in a while.
Nick, give us a call, man.
I should send him a text
Yeah.
or something. What's up, Nick?
What's up, dude?
Janicki.
He's definitely not
Um,
listening.
Killer piano player.
So, Mike, you were in Indy recently?
Yeah, I went up there to work with Ryan on some music. I drove up Monday morning and we worked for the majority of the afternoon, and then I drove back that night. So it was
Oh,
a
wow.
fast, yeah, because I wanted to get in the same room with him. So we did that and it went well. I'm going to send the arrangement out to the group soon here and see where it goes. But yeah, he's doing well. He said to say hello to everybody. And
Hello, Ryan.
yeah. So it was
Speaking
it was
of
nice
Ryan,
to see Lauren and kids too. I hadn't seen them in a while.
yeah, I was gonna say, speaking of Ryan, he was our last guest on the pod, which
Mhm.
was awesome. We should think about who we would like to have next, or if any viewers or listeners have any ideas too, let us know.
Yeah, absolutely. It's about that time for another guest or maybe another series of
A
things,
series of guests,
series of guests, maybe.
like management team and agent and all
Yeah.
that. That could be good. Did you guys have a nice Mother's Day? Did you guys
Yeah, pretty chill.
good
Didn't,
weekend?
Yeah, busy.
Yeah, I think everybody, all three of us we were birthdays and anniversary for me and kids' birthdays and for you guys. Yeah, it was pretty busy but fun, and Mother's Day was actually the least of the
Same.
not as much stuff to do, so we just went out to brunch and that was it. But yeah, it was a good weekend. You guys?
Yeah, so we had crazy busy week. We had Leo's first communion last weekend, and then the following week was Leo's birthday, and then this past Monday was Mila's birthday. So this past Saturday, we had both of their birthday parties. The first time we've done separate parties for them. And Mila had a soccer game that day as well. So it's like all the things. But we lucked out on Mother's. I don't want to say lucked out, but things got easier on Mother's Day because my family was in Toronto for a wedding, and her dad and stepmom were out of town traveling to the West Coast. So it was just us for the majority of the day. We went to my brother's house later that evening because my family came back from Toronto. But yeah, it was a pretty chill day. Just went to brunch and hung out.
Yeah. I feel like May is a month that is just insane. Lots of stuff happening here. I've got a bunch of birthdays. School is out at the end of May. So right now it's winding down.
Yeah. Ours gets out
Mother's
next week, I
Day.
think.
It's just there's just lots of stuff in May. But it's nice though. It's nice to hang out with lots of people from all over and all these different things and soccer games and
Yeah. I think
school functions, all that stuff. So it's a lot right now, but it's good.
our last day of school is next Thursday.
Early?
Yeah.
Yeah, same
we
with
go
I mean, we
us.
started like
The end of
August,
next week.
middle of August.
Yeah, so did we. They go to June something.
Really?
Yeah. I'll say like June 8th or something.
Oh, wow. They even extended it a few days because we had some snow days in
Nice.
beginning of the year. But yeah, just getting ready for summer and all the camps and activities she's doing. But yeah, school year's kind of winding down. It's weird.
I know. We're going to be gone
Good.
basically the majority of the summer.
I know. I know.
Good luck.
Here we
We'll
go.
see ya.
See ya. See you when we get back.
You got this, right? All right. Peace.
I will
No,
say
just-
for anybody planning a birthday party for a kid, we hired a gaming truck for Leo's birthday. It was so cool. Like it's literally just a truck that pulls this long, like semi truckish type of trailer. And they
Yeah.
retrofit the entire inside to be all couches on one side, and the other side is all TVs with all the different gaming systems. PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, all
like
the things.
basically any game you could ever want to
Yep.
play. Oh,
And they load up any game you want, and then it holds up to 20 people. We only had 8, and it was still so unbelievably loud. Because like when Leo, like when we first were like, who do you want to invite? He had a list of like 50,000 people. We're like, okay, bro.
Oh, that
How
runs in your
about
family.
like let's pare it down to 8? And it was still so loud in that truck. But dude, these kids lost their minds, and they were all talking about it the next couple days at school and everything. And I was like,
great.
cool, that's
That's
awesome.
so great.
Yeah. How long did they play, or did they like switch game? How long did it go for?
You could rent it for as long as you want. We rented it for 2 hours, and
Okay,
that was like
plenty.
perfect.
Wow, that'd be
A lot
cool
of video
for.
games. It's great.
Did they all play
So
different games, or did they play like the same game?
they were all playing different games. Like some kids were playing Minecraft, some kids were playing Smash Bros.
Wow.
Some kids are playing Mario Kart, and then they were playing this game called Gang Beasts, which is like
Totally know what that
a
is.
game that none of them have ever played. It's like a really low budget like fighting game, but it's like clay people. They're like clayish. And you just the point of the game is to throw people off of whatever platform that level is.
Okay.
So it's like a Royal Rumble kind of thing where you just pick people up and throw them off a building. But it's little clay guys. It's very cartoony and very like kid friendly. But they were like obsessed with that game because it's funny because these things just like wobble. They don't like it's not like action figures. It's just these like weeble wobble kind of movements, and they're like you could punch people, and it's really funny. So anyway, Leo got some Nintendo gift cards, and the first thing you want to do is buy that game. So
That's great.
we played it together yesterday,
Nice.
and I crushed him.
Love it.
Let me ask you this:
Sure.
when you play games with your kids, do you let
Yeah.
them win?
No. No.
Sometimes. Yeah.
I'm with you, Mike.
Sometimes.
I don't let them win.
Sometimes I try to win and I don't.
Yeah, if you're playing Candyland, like you get the cards you get. And
Get that ice cream cone, man.
Yeah. In a video game or something
yeah,
like Mario Kart or Mario Golf or Smash Bros. I
yeah,
don't really know how to play Smash Bros. I just
me
hit all
neither.
the I just hit
Same. Leo will beat me
I'm
in
like,
Smash Bros. Pretty
I
consistently.
want. I have no idea how I win.
But yeah, I'm the same. I've always been like that. And Jamie always yells at me. She's like, what are you
Yeah.
doing? I'm like, no, they have to learn how to lose.
Yeah.
But Mila cheats a lot and everything. She always tries to cheat. Every time we're playing Sorry, she's just like going extra spaces and
Oh yeah.
can't do that. We're not cheating in this house. You're gonna win fair and square. But yeah, if we were like playing sports or something, I'm not gonna go all out and
Yeah, that's different.
destroy
That's
them.
different.
I'm talking about
Yeah.
like just board games and Uno and all that kind of stuff.
For
Can't let
sure.
them win.
Should we take a break and hear a word from our sponsor this week?
Yeah, let's do that. All right. We will be right back after a quick word from our unofficial official sponsor. See you in a minute.
What's going on, everybody? Segi here from the unofficial official podcast, here to remind you that as the weather is warming up, as you're spending more time outside, as you're overheating outside, and you need something to cool you down, something delicious, something refreshing, and something straight no chaser, we've got you covered because this episode is brought to you by Reverb Rose by Straight No Chaser. Check it out. Folks, we've got 2 cases left. 2 cases. That's it. 24 bottles. So this summer, this spring, you want to sit on your porch and sip on something delicious? Get yourself a bottle of Reverb. You won't be sorry. It's very good. It's actually good. When I first tried it, I was very nervous because I didn't know if it was going to be good or not. It's very good. So I highly recommend you head to our website, sncmusic.com. There's a button on top there for Reverb Rosé. Click it, buy it, sip it, enjoy it. Straight No Chaser, Reverb Rosé.
Okay. Thank
the
you for
fall.
that word from Reverb Rosé Wine from Straight No Chaser. I don't have any bottles left. I need to. Maybe
I
I'll
have 3.
ask you to send me one. Nice. I very much enjoyed that wine. So It's good. All right. Why don't we jump into the mailbag and answer some questions from our listeners? So I'll throw it to Tyler and we'll get going.
Thanks, Mike. The first one is a fun one from our friend Rich and Aurora. He asks, who is the most famous person that you have contact with? It could be that they are on your speed dial. It could be if you call them, they would say, hey, how are you doing? How's the family? They would take your call and know you beyond a we crossed paths one time. I don't even know if I have a famous.
Ryan Allward. No,
Uh,
I don't think I have
Sage Steele, maybe.
anyone like that.
Yeah, maybe.
Sage is pretty big. I have famous people that I've had interactions with, but I don't know
I
about.
was gonna say, haven't you messaged people on Instagram?
Yeah, I've had just like interactions. I haven't had, obviously, my close and personal friend Travis Kelsey. So actually, Taylor Swift would be
Don't you text with that one comedian, Steve somebody?
Steve Byrne. Yeah,
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 he's famous.
he's pretty big.
Yeah, I think I have anybody that's in my phone like that.
I don't like text these people regularly though.
Yeah.
It's not like a. Yeah, it's. I wish when we did the Today Show once, and we were in the green room, and Shaq was there, and I set up Snapchat on his phone. What I should have done was added myself as a contact.
He
That would,
shows Snapchat guy.
that would have been smart because then I could have been like Shaq, like he's pretty famous.
Yeah.
He's very famous and very tall. So I think the answer to your question, Rich, is
We,
probably not very many famous people on our phones, but we're
yeah,
working on it. Or
we're losers.
it's a
We are
it's a work in
losers.
progress. We're gonna try, and maybe by next year at this time, we'll have some famous people. Let's.
What's funny is Leo and Mila both got Alexas, like a kid Alexa speaker thing for their rooms. And the other night we were in there, I think it was last night, and Leo's like, hey Alexa, who are the guys in the band Straight No Chaser? And it was like, I don't have that information. And I was like, hey Alexa, who are the members of the Beatles? And it lists all the members of the Beatles. And Leo looks at me and goes, do you think it doesn't have yours because you're not famous? I
Nice.
was like, nice. That's exactly why, son. That's exactly why.
Oh, I forgot. I do have Isaac Hansen's phone number. He gave to me one time after the show, but I texted him after the show saying thank you, nice to meet you, and didn't receive one back. So that's how that went. Hope you're doing well. Big fan. All right. Vicky Garcia is a longtime fan. She asks, what about interviewing your parents? Let's see, do the poll stating what questions do fans have for our parents, help steer the interview. She wants to ask, how does having a performer slash celebrity in the family impact their lives, unexpected or expected interactions? What do you guys think about that?
I think that could be interesting.
I think so.
I think we should have our wives on first, probably.
Boy.
But I don't know. I hadn't really thought about that.
I think the impact probably that it has on them most, having, excuse me, having a performer in their lives. Oh, you get
Are
out
you
of all
good?
that.
You're good?
Yeah. I think the impact that having a performer in their lives and their family, I think the biggest impact probably for us is just that we ask them to babysit a lot more. Just because I'm gone a lot and we need help. And when I come home, we'd like to have date nights and stuff. So they're always great about being there when we need them.
And I'm sure the last part of her question, as same thinking as we have, is none of us expected this, so they didn't know that this is ever going to happen or could ever be a thing. So they're probably just very proud. Cool. Thank you, Vicky. Moving right along to Andrea Davis. She asks very simply, she's from Marietta, Georgia. Asks very simply, what are you looking forward to most about your time in Asia?
Oh man, the culture,
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
just experiencing like a new culture in a new place. Don't know the language, don't know their customs. So I think that's going to be awesome. And also the sushi in Japan.
I was gonna say that is a highlight for me. I'm looking forward to some good sushi in Japan. Yeah, similar to what Sagi says. I'm culture. I've never been over there. I've never probably experienced culture like this, so it's gonna be very interesting, and I'm looking forward to it.
You studied Japanese in high school, right?
I took Japanese as a class, yes, and then I took it in college for a year. I chose a different language because it didn't work out. Also known as I didn't
English?
pass. No, I chose Italian, which was a lot better, but I did take Japanese in high school. How much I remember is very, very small.
You guys like whiskey?
Oh, yeah, good
I
call.
honestly I hadn't really thought about that one time,
Ooh,
and I don't
A5, a
know.
little Wagyu action.
Yeah, just all this stuff. I'd say of all of the places we're going, I have the least expectations out of Indonesia, but I'm open and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think the festival is going to be fun, the jazz festival. I think that's going to make it awesome. And then, but yeah, I would have to say of all the places that I'm looking forward to the most is probably Japan and all the things around that. So, yeah,
Same.
we'll have a lot to report.
Let's move on to Mike from Baltimore. He's got a four-parter here. Question number one. If you could guest onto somebody else's pod, who would you go on to? Any particular topic you'd like to cover? I'll just say that I think that our podcast would and our us three would fit very well on Dadville, which is John McLaughlin and Dave Barnes' podcast. They're both musicians and we've worked with John before. We're all dads, and I think
Hmm.
that would be cool to go on because we share very similar lives and we can talk about music, can talk about being dads, all that type of stuff. I think that's a for me like a really that makes sense. And I'm a fan of their podcast. I think it's great the what they do, so
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that one too.
Any other one, Mike?
Not that I can think of, no.
I would say so. The first initial bucket list podcast I wanted to be on, we've been on a few times. But like selfishly for the band and the brand and the reach, I would say Joe Rogan. I don't listen to Joe Rogan's podcast, but he's like a tastemaker these days. He's if he has his seal of approval on things, they tend to do well and get a lot of clicks and reach. So I think that'd be great for us. For me personally, I'd love to I'd love to go and just chop it up with We Might Be Drunk with Mark Norman and Sam Morrill, or Bad Friends with Santino and Bobby Lee, or Tuesdays with Stories with Joe List and Mark Norman. Just go chop it up those guys. It'd be funny.
no, that would be fun. Cool. He also asks, do your families have any particular souvenir requests as you travel around the country or on your tours? I don't think so.
Some guys do. I know I should answer for myself. I no, I don't. But I know some people get shot glass from wherever they go or a mug or something, but no, I don't have anything like that.
My dad collects shot glasses
There
from
you go.
countries. So like every new country I go to, I bring him. I don't think he cares anymore because I'll bring him one. He's like, great. He's
What
cool,
can I do
man.
with this?
Yeah, cool, man.
Yeah,
Because he doesn't really drink, so he's just got like a really nice bar in the basement because he likes to host.
that's cool.
Oh, I can see that. You could drink like other things out of shot glasses, not just alcohol.
Apple cider vinegar.
Sure. Okay, let's move in to Megan Watts from Chicago. I'm guessing Chicago because
I
she
thought you
talked.
said he had four questions.
He does, but I'm moving on because
Ooh,
we
take
have
that, Mike from Baltimore.
he asked, okay, so he asked a question about Baltimore adjacent dates, but I said earlier that we are going to announce more dates
Oh yeah.
as the year progresses. And then he also asked about songs, any songs that we felt strongly about doing, but the rest of the group vetoed. I don't know.
Not really. I feel
Not
like
really.
they'll eventually make it or not.
Yeah, usually if someone comes with something and like a majority is going one way or the other, the person bringing it also sees that, and it is not like I don't know anybody that's standing up on their podium and be like, no, we need to do this song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That makes sense. So I don't think so. Maybe early on, I know some record executive people wanted us to do some songs that we were kind of like, eh. But that's just because they didn't really make sense. But thanks, Mike from Baltimore. Okay. Megan Watts. I assume she's from Chicago because she talks about seeing shows in Chicago. Okay, she's a fellow IU grad. Go Hoosiers. She's turned her whole family into Chaser. Her husband and her usually see one show in the fall, Chicago, one of their favorite traditions. Love to hear that. Thank you for making us a part of your tradition. And her husband and her are thinking about traveling to a summer show, but have admittedly never been to most of the cities you are performing in. Can you recommend a fun tour stop in the Midwest?
Ooh.
I think just from
Try
the top,
an outdoor show somewhere.
St. Louis.
I was at the top of my head, I was going to say St. Louis.
Or
That's
St. Louis, yeah.
It's a venue called the Factory. It's really cool. St. Louis is always a great crowd and a great show.
That one's inside. Is there an outdoor one in the Midwest?
Let's see.
If you want
Hoover
to
Heights,
vacate,
Ohio, but I guess that's far from
if you want to make a vacation out of
Chicago,
it, I don't think there's a better place on this entire tour than up in Bay Harbor, Michigan.
but yeah.
It is like the most beautiful place up there.
Agreed.
That's on August 3rd,
August 3rd.
Sunday,
Definitely.
right?
What's that?
Sunday night.
Sunday,
Yes.
yeah. So you can make a weekend out of it. It is that whole area, Petoskey, Bay Harbor, Charlevoix, Traverse City, that whole area of Michigan is just so beautiful. And that's such a nice time of year to be up there. Get out on the lake. You could rent a boat for the day with a captain. Forget the show. Just go up there. Go to Northern Michigan. It's incredible. I would say that would be my choice of a great city to go to.
There you go. There you go, Megan. I don't know how far that is away from you, but highly recommended by Segi. Have we been there before? Bay Harbor?
No.
No, that's what I thought. Okay.
Not as a group, no.
No, as a group. Okay. The last question comes from Barb in Cary, North Carolina.
Barb.
She asks, she doesn't like that North Carolina is not on the list of tour schedule, but she asks, you plan to live stream any of the shows from the 90s or Holiday Road tours?
Wait, there's no North Carolina in the fall?
No Durham this year.
No Durham?
Take a year off.
Oh, no.
It didn't sell great last time.
Okay.
So
It's been
Durham, step
a
it up.
matinee. Yeah, it's been matinees the last couple times.
Yeah, step it up though,
Um,
Durham. We want to come back.
Let's see. What was the question? Sorry.
Do you
We
have-
do live streams?
Do live
Oh,
streams?
yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll for sure do
There's
it
always
this fall.
one show. Yeah,
Not
there's always
sure
one
if
show
we're
in the
going to do it
fall.
in the summer or not, but we will for sure do it in the fall.
For those new to that, we usually try to live stream a show from each of the summer and the fall tours. We don't know which ones, but it is usually $20 and you can log on to see the show in its entirety live from your own home.
And after it's over, you can watch it for a certain amount of hours.
Yeah, it's usually
think it's
24 or 48 or something like
48
that.
hours, yeah,
Yeah,
so-
So a cool way to see us if we're not in your area or the scheduling doesn't work out for you to see us. That's a great way to see us. So thank you, Barb, and thank you to everybody who messaged in. We really do appreciate it. And again, if you'd like to send us a message with a question or a comment or just how much you love Mike, that's okay too.
Of conversation you'd
A
like us
topic
to
of
discuss.
conversation, a guest you'd like us to have on. What's our favorite type of pizza? Whatever you're going to do. Email us at unofficialofficialpod@gmail.com. Back to you.
All right. Thanks, Tyler. All right, guys. I think that's going to wrap it up here for episode number 31, unless you guys have anything else you want to say as we wrap this episode up.
I think that's
No?
good. That's good for this week.
All right. We are looking forward to seeing you guys on the road over the summer, and we'd also love to see you in the fall. For Mike, Segi, and Tyler, this has been episode number 31 of the Unofficial Official Podcast. We will see you guys next time. Thanks for listening. See ya.
See ya.